Welcome back to Rokh. Rokh. I kind of want to say like rock or something like that. I'm scooting in while I'm saying this. I need to, welcome back. This is the early access release. What we were playing before was the closed beta pre-early access of the game. So we're revisiting the game now, post-early access, to see what's up with the game now. I think the mic might be kind of quiet this time around. I don't know. I'm not going to touch anything right now, but I'll address it coming soon, I guess. Playing around with it, that doesn't matter. So a lot of the reasons that I didn't end up playing a lot of Rokh in the closed beta phase were mostly technical, and we'll kind of get into whether or not a lot of that ended up getting fixed or not, or fixed. So first of all, I can change my resolution, so that's not broken. It was just completely broken before, and now it seems like it's kind of fine. I don't know what resolution this is. Is it still 16:9? I'm not going to do that. This is the second game to kind of do that, so, whatever. I'm not necessarily, because this is early access, I'm not necessarily sure where we're kind of at in terms of how high my computer can run it, because there's no, NVIDIA drivers or anything like that. This is just mostly, the main thing that I want to get here is, the couple problems that I did have were that there were no, I can't invert my y-axis, so that's still not here. And there still might be a console command to do that. I will definitely ask after I make this video. And there was no FOV slider, which it wasn't a problem in the duration of time that we did play, but it might be a problem later. So it's worth bringing up in a capacity like this, because it could be the make or break for some people. I'm not sure. And again, we're just going to keep it at low because I'm not sure if my computer can really do it while recording. I need to upgrade my computer. Okay, I'm not just like, oh, I'm going to do the low end spec. I would do a higher end spec if I could, believe me. Or if my computer was at the point where it's just like anything, just turn it up and we'll play it. It's not my computer. I'm not even sure. I guess maybe when I built it, it was probably that, but it's definitely not that now. So I walked around on a server for a little bit, but we're definitely going to do some of the walking around so we can kind of talk through what's going on here. And I'm out of breath. I'm short on breath. Let me take a drink of water while it loads up the servers. The server browser, for whatever reason, it's slow. It's not that bad. It works. It's just slow. This is also where I should clarify. That was a big inhale. Hang on. Excuse me. I made quite the mistake because there's no water left in here. Yeah, so there's a local version of the thing that you can use to host a server or run a local version of the game. It's a separate executable, so I think that is here. It still requires a lot of permissions. I assume that's so you can get more reliable friend games or whatever. There's like a word here. You can get more reliable friend games in a scenario where you just want to play with your friends. So there is that. I think this is the server I was playing. Can I favorite a server? We're playing kind of in the middle of the night. So if these player numbers and player counts look a little bit weird, then that's what it is. I assume that these are all like other dedicated server things. I don't really know what's up with some of these other things, but there's a bunch of servers here now. Look, homeboy Romsil123 got his own server. Free advertising in some capacity, who knows. Yeah, but there's a lot more servers than there were before. I don't necessarily know that we took an in-depth look at the server list, but we're just gonna play on a public server because we're just gonna walk around. You already have one colonist, so choose your name wisely. If you delete your character, I couldn't delete my character. Yeah, so there's a couple technical, there's just a couple technical things that were getting in the way, which, again, the FOV wasn't like a big deal. Usually, it's mostly motion sickness related, so if I don't have an FOV slider or anything like that, then, if I start to get motion sick from the game, then it will be a problem quicker than it won't be. And then the inverted thing is just a personal kind of problem, let's say. So this is Rokh. You might actually remember this area. So they padded out the map a little better. This thing is still offset in a way. And I think it's wrong, but I'm not going to be too worried about it. So as I figured out later, there's a magnetic storm that makes it impassable, which I guess maybe there's technology that you can eventually get. There's a frame dip right there. So let's just keep going through. So one of the early problems that Nelson and I encountered when playing was that for whatever reason, a lot of the base level materials were just not available. Like if you know, I think I talked about this on the show, but if you made the mistake of crafting an item that wasn't a pickaxe, you would immediately run out of resources, pretty much. Or in our experience, maybe you needed to venture a little bit further to find the more pickaxe resources, but now they're kind of giving it to you at the beginning. Which, let's take a look at the inventory real fast. They've color-coded some of these, like, the different types of materials so that they're easily distinguishable. Why they didn't just pick two completely different materials instead of two different types of rods is beyond me, but it'll probably make sense when we get to more in-depth crafting. So yeah, I've spotted a bunch of M rods and M spikes, so if we go into the screwdriver menu now, if I wanted to, I can make a whole bunch of screw pickaxes. And honestly, at this point, like, almost whatever I wanted... Is there something I can't make? Yeah, I can make a wrench. I could even make a crowbar if I wanted to, which we probably should. We could probably make a round of everything. But let's like walk around a little bit before we do that. Let's see if I can find more material. So I did actually end up finding, if you do look in this, I found another screwdriver. So there is that. And we'll try and find out if they'll make some of that more accessible. I did end up finding a little bit of oxygen in the starting area, so a lot of that is still widely acceptable or widely accessible. And I guess in my mind, oh, we didn't watch the intro movie. Maybe at some point I'll try and find it, or maybe they posted it or something. Because the intro movie, I guess I'm still kind of concerned about what the narrative pull is. We still have the same objective thing, reestablish connection with Earth, which, so first of all, the intro movie, which I feel like we should watch, just so there's a little bit of, we're up to speed. You're on a pod and you crash land on Mars in the state that it is, but you can choose where to land, and then your pod is nowhere to be found. And for some reason, you don't come with the basic material or tools to kind of get this job done, whatever. Maybe I need to continue watching the opening movie because maybe they explain it. But yeah, you don't really have a lot of the stuff available to kind of get anything going. And then the fact that, I guess the multiplayer tie-in is a little bit weird too, because, okay, so you go, in the opening movie, I think you come in solo, so there's just a bunch of other people that come in pods that all look like this. So I just assumed that maybe we all came in separate pods, but from the same organization. And they're just like, it'd be most efficient if we just sent them all in not that big a... Wow, it's up there? Are you kidding me? I'm not going up there. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and... I think this... I should just use one of these now. Oh, no. Let me use it. 5. Oh, okay. Cool. Could I have used it from here? No. I guess that's fine. Yeah, I'm kind of curious, before we end up crafting some of these base materials, I'm kind of curious to see, what is in some of these crates now, because previously there were just like S rods, and then nothing. I don't even remember now. I'd have to go reference the video again, but it didn't seem like it was very sustainable, and it kind of presented a problem early on. Yeah, but so there's a few people on the server, so maybe we'll run into somebody. I'm gonna do some laps, so we can kind of see what's going on. They kind of took out the can't wave my hand anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, but some of the technical things made it so it was hard to get the game running in a way where I could do it. So eventually, because of the resolution thing, eventually it got to the point where it was such a low resolution that I couldn't even really see anything. So I was like, okay, well, That's probably not intended. And you know, it's basically impossible to fault the game for something like that because you know, I was kind of at that point seeing it in a state where no one would reasonably play it unless, you know, you knew going in that there might be some weirdness going on. But now that we're here, you know, it's a little bit of a different kit. Oh, actually, it's making my radiation go down. Look at that. I'm going to go ahead and put some oxygen in my tank because it's freaking me out, the fact that the number is like yellow. Yeah, so there is a goal to get a little bit more established. Here's a guy's base. Look at that. He got that shit going. I'm wondering how long I can just be a scavenger walking around on Mars. Oh. Can I use this? Okay, I'm not gonna fuck it up, it's fine. I'm just afraid I'm going to break it if I touch it. But I'm walking over it, you know, that's fine. Yeah, the way that the crafting is presented in a lot of the trailers is kind of cool. How because everything's so square and modular, it just, you know, slaps it together. So I'm assuming that, like, this is post-life Mars. I was recently going through a lot of the trailers for the trailer show. And I watched the first trailer for Life. And they're just like, oh yeah, it's the first pod with data from Mars or whatever. So, you know, unintentional tie-in. Some protein-based life form. I don't know why I said protein. There's some life form that, like, fucked up everything on Mars. And then they sent a pod that had something in it for some reason. And then Life, the movie, happened. And then now just everything's gone to shit. And, you know, maybe we're looking for them. Because it looks like... So what I do appreciate about the trailers, which, you know, because we haven't really discovered a lot of people, I can't really see if it rings true in game. But one thing that's really cool about the trailers is that the trailers really only show the game in, like, a cooperative light. Which one of the things... We're just going to go through this. It's no big deal. Oh, I'm getting kind of supply capped. That's not going to be good. One of the things that I definitely don't like, we had trouble with an ice converter being overloaded by its electrical control system. Surge caused the connection tanks to heat drastically increase. A large quantity of water store was electrolyzed and vented out of the tank as vapor. Noticeable temperature changes were logged around the tank, and atmospheric readings indicated breathable surface conditions for a limited duration. Oh. The result was disappointing for our mining operations. Does not show the potential for long-term terraforming. Oh. Let's see. With enough ice and energy, we should be able to transform the atmosphere of the planet. But God, it represents extreme condition. It represents extreme quantities of ice and energy levels that would be off the charts. But it could work. The evidence is there. Does that make ice even more valuable? Oh, there is a lot of surface ice, isn't there? Yeah, so one thing I definitely appreciate about this in relation to other early access games, at least, you know, as it appears now, is that it seems like there's a lot of, oh, you know, when I don't have the screwdriver out, it definitely, the fact that the cursor is not there fucks me up. I'm already feeling a little bit queasy. That's not good. Yeah, a lot of other games, you know, have a prioritize almost player versus player activities, which I find frustrating. Not only because, you know, I don't really care to partake, but mostly I feel like it kind of squanders the potential of, you know, whatever we could do. We can build anything, as long as anything means something to, like, take down other players or defend yourself from other players who really want to take you down, you know. And it's mostly disappointing because I'm just like, just imagine, like, all of the shit you could do if you just spent all that time working together instead of trying to, like, break each other's shit down, which is, you know, painfully optimistic, but you know, what can I say? Especially a game about space. I kind of have to do. So I'm retreading a lot of territory that we ended up walking across in the video I did with Nelson. So we'll try and breeze through this place. I kind of need to bounce from landmark to landmark. Oh, hello. Zerg Boogie. I kind of need to bounce from landmark to landmark to make sure I get enough power. It's kind of the problem. I'm still not necessarily convinced that the jetpack is so slow. I'm not necessarily convinced still if I like the, I think he took all the supplies from here. That's fine. I'm starting to run out of inventory space, so it's cool. I'm not necessarily convinced if I like a lot of the survival mechanics, but I think, again, a lot of that has to do with the fact that I don't necessarily know what the long-term goal really is. And even to the point of, you know, building a base, I'm not necessarily sure if the survival mechanics... pushing... the crates just refreshed. Oh, apparently they didn't. Am I refreshing? I'm not necessarily sure if it's enough for me to get really stoked about. Where am I? Okay, cool. The fact that like my food is going down and my water is going down and stuff like that. And especially, you know, the longer you end up playing this game and the less trivial or the more trivial it becomes, you know, what's going to keep pushing against you. And I'm kind of waiting for that to kind of be revealed. Because I think that would make this experience a lot more exciting and a lot more palatable overall. You know, because I am, you know, I will say that I think Nelson had an overall negative impression of the game in our first bit of playing. And while some of that might have been technically related, I think a lot of it still stems from the fact that it seems kind of like a game like this seems kind of aimless from the outset. And while you can, you know, make your own little things to do in the game, I think being more overt about what your goal is as a player might be kind of important for like that kind of scenario where I'm just like, Nelson, let's play Rokh. And he's like, okay, well, what are we going to do? And then I don't necessarily have the most concrete. We'll build a base. Great. And then, you know, where do we go from there? Uh-oh. I think the game froze. Nope. It's loading. Did I get to a new area? Maybe I went into a new square. It looks like I kind of almost did. Oh. You can kind of see all of the different things on this map. Yeah, so I tried to walk all the way south, like over this way, and the game definitely stopped me. It looks like there's like a really substantial base. So here is one aspect of the quote-unquote narrative that I definitely might have and my gloves are really shiny. I definitely might have a problem with it, and it's the idea of building a base, you know, with all these pre-established buildings and stuff like that. I think that is a little bit weird. It's weird that there's no music still. It's a little bit too somber for me. I think for this kind of video, it's a little bit awkward. I don't know. Yeah, maybe there's like some kind of item or material that I need to grab to deconstruct whole buildings like that. But with those littered about the surface, it's hard to not be like, okay, well, we're going to break those down. And especially for like server pioneers, if we'll call them that. You know, I think the first goal is to just like, okay, well, just break the first one down that you see completely and then build a new base out of it. And I think, you know, that might represent a cooler, more organic player onboarding experience where, you know, like months down the line, instead of stumbling across these random landmarks where there's a bunch of shit already, just supplies randomly spawning about, you know, you can figure out how to fit into this pre-existing new Martian ecosystem, which, you know, I feel like that might be more of an ambitious, just even thought than what's on offer here. So maybe I ought to keep my mouth shut about stuff like that, you know? I think that sounds kind of cool, which, again, the main reason I'm kind of distracted by it is the fact that, you know, you have what I would recognize as like a base already, and it's there, and then you're just like, okay, well, that's cool and all, but we kind of need to do this other thing. Okay, I think that's the only base that's up here, so let's go there, and then I'll move down a tile. Like I said, I kind of want to see how far we can get. I wasn't sprinting. I don't want to sprint because the cursor disappears, and then I'm very worried I'm just going to barf doing this. I kind of want to see how far we can get, you know, just being a cowboy. Honestly, I think at some point I'm going to run out of oxygen, but I've got a lot now, you know. I feel like we should live it up. I kind of wish that I did find a player with a house with open storage where I could just be like, here, just take all this shit. Good luck. Instead of potentially like dying with it. Although it is unlimited. So there's that. Okay. Oh, maybe I should oxygen up. Yeah, at some point, where is my battery at? Yo, what up? Open. Uh-oh. Dude, this guy's got like shelves and stuff. Sealed spaces. Dude, this guy's got a lot of shit. I don't want to fuck his shit up. I'm just gonna close your door. Oh, hang on, there's a tutorial. You've entered a sealed space. A sealed space provides many benefits to the colonist. It provides additional refuge from ambient radiation, protects the colonist's supplies from looters, and can be filled with gases, allowing the colonist to breathe without depleting supplies from air tank. Such a space can be achieved by flowing sufficient oxygen that's in the sealed space and raising the pressure sufficiently to be survivable, as indicated on the helmet's HUD. Then opening the vents on the helmet H. Oh, I bet I can do that like whenever I want, and that'd be really bad. At some point, we'll make something. I kind of want to walk around, so I struggle to want to build a shelter. Although we will try to do it here soon. I think once we get to this base, I'll build all the tools and see where we're at. I think that's fair. Yeah, but so far I am very happy with the change for the boxes. I still, you know, maybe there's still part of me that's weirded out by the fact that, you know, you can't completely dismantle these bases and stuff like that, but then there's still more than enough crates with more than enough supplies so far. You know, how much is the game just offering me versus how much I'm doing so far? Which, you know, again, for me is just comes down to a lot of the survival mechanic stuff. And again, no music, not even any like, I just want to play the Mass Effect map menu over this entire video. I'm not going to do it. Dude, look at all that supplies. Oh my God, how far north does that go? So far? Oh my God. There are so many supply things there. Look at that. There's so many boxes. That's just a shit ton of supply that just I'm leaving on the table. Although maybe I should collect it because I don't necessarily need it. Or who knows if I need it. I don't. Yeah, I think one of the things you can do with your house, though, is bind a spawn point to it. So maybe that'd be nice. Sorry, there's no inversion. Again, the camera can't be inverted. So if you see me like looking around in random directions and you're just like, what are you doing? No camera inversion. Yeah, so they said when you did the landing thing, I kind of skipped through that part when I was making this video, but they said that below row 3 down was all unsafe landing conditions. Like another screwdriver. I'm not gonna say that bums me out because that'd be ridiculous, but I find it weird that there's just so many screwdrivers and not any the other base tools. Shit. Uh-oh. Hang on. Let's grab this shit. Let me grab this. Dude, that guy made his home like right in meteor shower territory. I'm gonna be looking at this while I craft, just in case we can spot it get completely wrecked by the thing. So here's one thing about the crafting interface. You know, like I have an M rod and an S spike, but I have to still refer to this side menu. There's also no tooltip thing for like, what does double and bladed do? I think bladed probably so you can fight stuff, but so far I haven't even seen anything to fight, and I don't know if or when that's gonna happen, so we're not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna make a regular one. I'm an underachiever, all right? So we're gonna just go for it. Oh, did it go to my inventory? Oh, it totally did. Okay, cool. Look at that. Oh. Well, that was close. I'm about to get Shrek'd. This is not good. Okay, so let's make a hammer. Allows the manufacturing of simple parts from materials including the tiles, which are the building blocks for habitats. Oh, it says right here. Okay, sorry. Blade double increases efficiency. Oh, maybe I should have made it a bladed double. Bladed mining increases mining quality and damage. I don't know. Well, as big as this interface is, I don't understand why it can't be anywhere else on the screen. I'm not a design person. What do I know? Increases crafting quality. Huh. I feel like I should throw as many at this as I can then. With as many resources as I have available. I mean, I could just make a bunch, so it doesn't really matter. So what does spike do? Increases damage. Okay, I don't need that, so sorry. I'm gonna die here, and it's gonna be pretty terrible, so just look out for that. Increases damage, lowers use time. Allows for damaged items to be repaired by spending materials to repair the durability of the part. Yeah, so maybe I should have taken the time to get the double, and oh, I don't have a blade. Yeah, maybe I can modify it after the fact, so maybe I don't have to worry about it. Oh, so you look at so something like this. You couldn't make the crowbar. I guess, why would you let me put the, how interchangeable are some of these things where it was even just like, oh, an S-rod, sure, I guess. Is there like a freestyle Minecraft style crafting thing in here that I'm not aware of? And then an assembly tool. So an S-rod and an S-spike. Cool. Believe it or not, I found that this process that we're doing right now, I found it incredibly difficult to get together in the closed beta, because the abundance of those materials was not as high as it is now, which maybe I'm like a pleb or something like that, so you know, who knows? No. I can't just drink it from the inventory menu. I have to like drink it. Okay, cool. Now that that's sorted. So we got a hammer, a crowbar, and an assembly tool. So I don't fully, does it say what the buttons do? Allows for manufacturing simple parts. Oh, how do I get that off? Okay, just kidding. Ooh, assembly tool, hello. Oh, dude, you can make a T1. Oh, look at this, they have like T2. T2 tiling mold. Oh. Oh, this just describes the crafting level. Portable recycle allows you to parts to transform back into the material. Ooh, look at that. Storage chest. Suit battery. So we can also make our own little cube house if we wanted to, component, assemble of simple component. Components uses ingredients for assembling other items. So we're making robots that make other robots. Crazy. It allows for the purification of water that can meet your survival needs. Okay. Or I could just walk along the surface for 45 years and then get enough water to live forever. Allows parts to be salvaged from items that you own. Additionally, allows for broken items you do not own to be salvaged. Oh, okay, well. Okay. Oh, the assembly tool is just like a cooler looking screwdriver. Get it. Building tile. Okay, then this exclusively uses whatever. I'm starting to think that this is like extra small, medium, and then building, coil. Yeah, and I guess one of the things that I'm struggling with now is kind of deciphering some of the menu, which is still a problem before, was deciphering a lot of the menu stuff and what some of it meant. Because I'm stupid. Okay. So why don't we go to this base? That's one tile down. Dude, look at all these boxes. Fuck yeah, boxes. I love boxes. I could probably power up before I left, but it's cool. Don't worry about it. Oops. Problems. Yeah, I wonder if maybe obfuscating some of this stuff instead of making it like different, like different complete named items was. Dude, I got another fucking screwdriver. Soft landing. Oh god, I got stuck on a rock. Yeah, but so far I'm appreciating some of this stuff more. What was that portable recycler, actually? Portable. Except, you know, it's gonna break eventually. Solder iron. Portable spelter. Sledgehammer. Oh my god. Rivet gun. Dude. Crafted by welder. Is that like a building item? Storage tank. Must be placed on a tile and can be connected to a pipe network. Dang. There's a lot of shit. I guess one of the other things is I kind of wanted to do like a pretty cold check-in with this as it is now, but I'm wondering if I want to do a lot of this like incrementally getting better at stuff offline maybe, because it'll be a slow process for me. Because resisting the urge to just walk across the surface of Mars and then collect everything that I could ever possibly need out of these chests is a pretty exciting proposal. I wonder, I'm not going to say it's too strong, mostly because I just don't want them to nerf it, as ridiculous as that might sound. Oh, this is a very limited inventory. I wonder if I can get more oxygen from staying in a sealed oxygen-filled space. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to say it's broken or anything like that. I think that would be ridiculous. How far over does this cliff go? Oh, I definitely have to go around this way. But it is still kind of me wrestling with a lot of the survival mechanics. At some point, I do need to build a base because I need to make some of that other stuff. You know, with such a big area available, it's hard to decide where to put a base down. I think if I could make a moving, like a rover that just had all the facilities on it, maybe I'd feel better about committing to a spot and then figuring out how to build some of that. But I just don't know how abundant a lot of the resources I'm going to actually need are. Like I think in the closed version of the beta, whatever that is, it looks like the material that we ended up using to kind of make a lot of the early pickaxes and stuff like that. So I'd want to be around an area like that. But I do also think that it refreshes on a regular basis. So it's not like I'm going to have a entirely limited quantity of anything. I'm just kind of a little bit more conscious of it right now for whatever reason. Oh, and again, if the audio in this video is completely bad and sounds real weird, I apologize. If it sounds fine and you didn't notice the difference or don't even care, then cool. Don't worry about it. Take. I think people that play like a lot of this exact kind of game and somehow play like every single one that comes out, I do not understand how you do that, to be quite honest. Going through this, I think I mentioned it on the show, but going through this process multiple times, it seems exhausting. It's probably the word I'll use in this scenario. It's just a process that happens over, you know what? I think once I get to my inventory cap, that'll probably be the sign to stop, which again, I've already reached within like the hour. I guess at this point, they believe that I have enough material to really get started. Although, you know, a lot of my inventory space is dedicated to like random crap that I've been picking up. So not necessarily the best for putting together a base or anything. Although we'll see. I have extra screwdrivers, so that's good. I mean, I guess they give you a lot of screwdrivers because you can't craft stuff. Like, this isn't like Minecraft where you can just craft shit with your hands. I can take wood and make it into planks with my hands. Well, I'm only mentioning because I went and tried the Xbox version of this. Is not a video about Minecraft. I tried the Xbox version of Minecraft out for fun. And I quickly remembered that, yeah, you can craft planks with your hands. Yeah, so I guess it's not that I completely hate the idea of being in a very open-ended, very aimless game. I think it would be better to kind of decide on things to do. Sustenance. Oh, I need food. Which of these things seems better? A mint cake? Let's eat a mint cake. That doesn't really seem like good sustenance, but it's fine. Oh, you know, I didn't power up. I probably should have over there. Let's just hope that this base has one. And if it doesn't, then whatever. I think one of the interesting things that was mentioned in the Discord for the game was that it's pretty intense having such constant meteor stems. Like in the course of this now 40-minute video, we've seen 3 already. And then the thing that was mentioned was that it seemed kind of the prospects for it on the surface would end up meaning that the surface overall would be more flat than it is, probably. I guess. I wasn't following it too closely. It seemed like a spoiler. No, it was in like the one of the there's like a bunch of different discussion forums on the Discord topics. Oh yeah, it's kind of interesting now. It's only clicking with me now for some reason, but Discord's Discord style chat is kind of replacing. I've made it. Maybe they should make it so it goes away. Discord style chat and chat rooms have kind of, I guess, replaced forums entirely. Although, I mean, I don't really know a lot of people who hang out on forums, and they probably don't agree with me, but... Oh, wait a minute. The mint cake is persisting. I think for a lot of, let's say, normal people, let's put quotes around that, quote, normal people, use something like Discord to give a lot of feedback and have local discussions. I think like a real forum is probably better for longer discussion, but you know, for something like this, I think Discord probably has been doing quite a good job. Okay, where are we off to next? Let's go to one more place, and then let's like put a flag down. As I said, oh yeah, I'm in E3. Dang, I was gonna say maybe we should build a base here, but let's put it. Let's go here, and then let's make something, and then let's try to feel good about it, and then we'll call it for this particular video. While I still continue to try and decipher a lot of the crafting shit. Because I'm quickly approaching my thing. I think that some of the goals will be... so I don't even necessarily think that... Oh god, everything reset. Hello. I don't even necessarily think that, you know, I'll need to build a base with everything. I think... getting a square down that I can walk in with a door and a storage container is probably the first thing. Because I'm just running out of storage capacity. Because I'm like, oh, I gotta pick up all the shit in these boxes. It's been pretty frequent. Like I said, I've been keeping an eye on it. We're at 40 minutes still, just over 40 minutes. And you know, there's something else here still. It's refreshed 3 times as well. Three or 4 times, maybe? It refreshed pretty immediately when I started playing, so... There's an abundance of materials. Yeah, and I guess this is one of the other things where, you know, I'm so not into the survival mood. Because it's like, oh. I thought I heard something. It's like... Do we need to walk around this? Okay, so we need to walk around this close, so let's aim right here. There's such an abundance of material lying around. Like my inventory is my very high carrying capacity is almost full. Based solely off of things that I've picked up in boxes that were, you know, laid throughout the surface of the planet. Which for me, I guess, if given the option, like if I owned a server and it's like, here's the dedicated server shit, I'd probably just turn off all the survival mechanics. I think I did that I played something else recently, Conan Exiles. A lot of my playtime in that was local, and because you can just configure all the settings however you want, and I just turned off all the survival mechanics. I had a great time. It was cool. But I also don't necessarily think that it was the experience that they wanted me to have, let's say. Oh, I have a flashlight. That's right. It hasn't been dark enough for the flashlight, but it's getting there. It kind of... So even with the graphics on low, I'm scared to put the graphics on super high and then try to record it. But even with the graphics on low, I do appreciate some of the scenery. One thing that was really nice when Nelson and I were playing... I almost said when we was playing... when we were playing was that the sky box is actually really, really good. Or I thought it was good. Maybe it was terrible and I just remember it more fondly than it is. Was. But so far we're cool. Oh, you know what? My walking is super slow because of my carrying capacity. I bet it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm resisting the urge to play with my fidget cube. I have one. I'm not on this like fidget spinner train though yet. I think if I touched one, I would be about it, but I don't. I'm good right now. As of this moment, I'm okay. Yeah, so I mean, while we're walking there, so here's my thing. I think what I would like to see out of the game, personally, is, I'm not saying the fact that I don't like the survival mechanics doesn't mean that I think they should take them out. But I think I would appreciate them a little bit more if there was something pushing against me and not just the fact that I need more food. Not just the reality of needing more food. Like if there were, I almost said space dragons. If there were space dragons, then I could totally be convinced. Then, I would feel a little bit cooler about it, or, that's kind of why I really do. Oh, it refreshed, didn't it? I really do want to kind of go, let's like open the map. I kind of want to end up, so we can actually travel down here, I think. I kind of want to just travel down here and then see what's down here, because that seems cool. Or like, look at all of this shit right here. There's like 3 bases right in this, what I'm presuming is a crater. What's that about? That sounds fucking rad. It looks like there's already like a base established there. Maybe we'll go there in this next video once I put a flag down. I will. My first step as a base owner is to abandon the base. Yeah, it just looks like there's something there already. And I mean, it's probably, I shouldn't hype it up in my mind because it's probably as substantial as any of these other bases. I could be wrong about that one in particular, but it is kind of, looking for something or trying to find something seems like a much cooler thing. Yeah, so I mean, amongst a lot of these other things, I guess we're just walking, so I might as well, talk it up. Oh, danger alert. Oh, dang it. All right, let's put some of this. Dang it. Let me pump some of this oxygen into my body. I'm kind of thirsty. Let me drink some water. You have too much food, all right? Sorry. Okay, well, it's still not making my food go down. Aha! Figured it out. Did it. I'm the best. What was the breakpoint for that? Just over like 144 or something like that. There's no way that was like an entire like 3,000 squares or whatever blocks. Yeah, I started playing Minecraft when it was in alpha, maybe. And then I've dabbled in a lot of different games in this kind of space that have come out. I mean, I don't even know if we're even considering Minecraft the same thing, but I think the ones that I appreciate the most, although they probably have like the least survival mechanics. I think they have a lot of the core here and not necessarily the survival mechanics, but like Terraria. But it's mostly because Terraria kind of forgoes a lot of, I'm not going to ignore this fucking thing because apparently I'm critical carrying capacity. It forgoes a lot of that stuff in favor of just having shit tons of boss fights, which, I'm not saying that this game also needs to have shit tons of boss fights, but I think something would make it more interesting. And I think that's why, I think Subnautica, I guess Subnautica has a lot of opposition. There's a lot of stuff that actually fights you. So maybe it's easier to make a enjoyable game out of that. But I'm not saying that it would be impossible to do something here, but it's certainly harder for me to get into. I'm doing it though, for what it's worth. I'm doing it. Here we are. I haven't died yet. Although I think someone would probably argue that what they've changed in the game makes it hard to die, or it probably wasn't even that hard to die in the first place. I had to really like push it to die in the beginning, or in the other closed. Oh, okay, I'm willing to say that this skybox is mostly because I have the graphics on low. But if I turn the graphics on high, we'd be watching the game at like 5 FPS. It like goes up to ultra. I don't know if I toggled that. But it goes up to something ultra E sounding, or epic, or they have something above high. So, there's that. I'm holding down shift too, by the way. I kind of want to build my base like right here. You know, I probably should have started mining stuff to see what was available so that I could kind of push it around. Yeah, so this is kind of going to be a bummer because I kind of want to build near one of these bases because it seems, unless I build something to specifically give me power, this is the only way I know how to get power, which is the one resource I have that is not really widely available. Like I have a shit ton of food, got a ton of water, got all that stuff, but there's nothing to power my suit. Okay, I'm sorry if this is gonna bug you, but we're not actually here for that. Oops, I tried to jetpack. It's relatively unresponsive. So one of the reasons that I wanted to play on a local version, thing was because I find that there's not a, oh, is that it? That's it right there. Oh boy, that was really close. There's not a lot that really has, you know, precise input needs, except for the jetpack. Like the jetpack is very unresponsive. Yeah, I'm gonna stand in here. Oh god, the frame rate's chugging, and it's killing me. Yeah, let's fucking. Fucking crowbar this shit open. Okay. So we use this to build tile. Is this malleable? Oh, it is. Oh, well, hang on. Let's look at what we're gonna make. So I don't necessarily know how much tile I need. I think that might be a problem. What did I have that repairs? Didn't I make something to repair? Wrench. Where's that at? Did I drop it? Did I not make it? I bet I just didn't make a wrench. We're not gonna worry about it. It's fine. Okay. Oh, sorry. I was checking this to see what we were gonna make. So I want to build a storage chest and a door. A hinge sheet. Let's build the door and the storage chest before we make anything else, because I'm just worried we're gonna run out of shit before we get there. So door. A door can be locked to prevent undesired colonists from interacting with it. A door can be placed adjacent to other structural objects and can be created and can create a sealed space while closed. Okay, let's make that. So a hinge sheet. Hinge. Times 2. Wait a minute. I feel like that just like literally took all of my shit. All right, whatever. It's fine. Just gonna do this one by one. Hinge. Wonder if I can break some of this shit down. I've been cracking my knuckles weird and now my fingers hurt really bad. So then an M sheet, right? That's what we needed. M sheet. Okay, M sheet. Yes. Yeah, and then mind you, I have not done any mining. This is entirely based off of stuff that I have found. And I'm not necessarily, I mean, I'll leave it up to you to decide if that's good or bad. Okay, cool. So now we can make a door. Oh, see, this is where the inventory bugs me, because now I can't just be like, Just find it in my inventory. I believe in you. Or even this, like, why is it two different things? Why isn't it like 2 hinge, 2 sheet? Whatever. What do I know? I'm not a game designer, it's fine. Okay, then we also need... I'm just making the things that I definitely... The weight of items within it cannot exceed the weight capacity of the chest. This item must be placed on a tile. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I need an M box and a hinge. M box. Wait a minute, how do I build an M box? Do I not know how to read? Is it in here? Crafted by soldering iron. Oh. Coil and wire. I hope it doesn't make the wire instead of the coil. Oh, that was totally the coil. Okay, cool. Wire. Cool. Okay, then soldering iron. I wonder if just having like a like a crafting interface, and then it just adds to the list of things that you have based on the tools available would be better than this, because it's so convoluted right now. Not being able to do this like in a partially oxygen filled space. It's kind of frustrating because I'm just like losing oxygen. Okay, so I need an M box. I need M sheets. God. How many do I need? 3. M sheet. 3. Wonder if it crafts the 3 together. I'm starting to run out of NV. Oh, okay, no, it doesn't. That's fine. Okay, so now M box. Okay, fucking. You see what I'm saying? Just like thumbing through items. If there was just a crafting interface, I feel like that would be so much more pleasing. Or it'd definitely be faster. Like, there's no doubt about that. I wonder how much I even really care is probably not the right word here. But, you know, it just seems like such a hassle to even have to shuffle between tools. I'm running out of power. Where was the power station thing? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to say that this is getting in the way of me having fun, but you know, like this is, I'm saying this is kind of tedious having to do it this exact way. And maybe there's a better way. But I don't know it yet, so sorry. Okay, so I need a hinge. Hinge. I'd probably also just completely take out the capacity, because I'm just like, I just want to carry everything. All right, so hinge. Okay, and I don't immediately know how much tile I'll really need to make a box, to make a space that I can even really live in. So let's see how tall. I can make a door this way. Why would I do that? How tall is that? Let's make a bunch of floor tile. before we get started. Building tiles are blocks of a habitat. Tiles can be placed adjacent to other structural objects, can be created. Many other objects can be attached to the surface of a tile. This part has a long crafting duration. I'm glad they tell me. Let's make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16 tiles. Do I even have enough for 16 tiles, actually? 22 times 16 is way more than can we start with 9, maybe? What's 22 times 9? Well, we'll make it like a little 9 by 9 cube of a house. I don't know how much space I really need to even hold the door. Okay. So while that's happening, let's walk around. I don't understand how I can craft while moving. Let's look for more malleable material. Had I known to do this before, maybe I could have done that while going around. It's okay. You know what? Let's try the crowbar again. Nothing. It doesn't do anything. Can I whack this with it? Can I drag the S-rod to the crowbar? Nope. I don't know how to use this. It's fine. I just don't know how to use it. End product. Am I to believe that some of this other stuff is not end product then? Oh, is this done? Dude, look, the hammer's almost broken. So how much tile do we have? We should have 9 tile, right? Oh, we totally do. Okay. I'm going to build this. We're going to call it a base. I'm going to build this structure up here. It's just a short hop away from this power. And that's the main thing for me right now. It's probably not the main thing forever, but we'll go with it for now. It's a high enough qualifier for me to just be like, you know, we got to build the house here. We're already at an hour. Fuck, that crafting. It took time. Took it out of me. I just need a place to put my storage shit down. And it doesn't, I mean, I don't know if you can really like steal stuff from other players. Not that I would even really care. I have more than enough stuff right now. I'd be happy to offer it to somebody. Oh, dude, fuck yeah, I'm taking your NV. You can keep the rest. Yeah, see, that seems wasteful to me. You know, maybe being up here is actually really bad, though, because it just means my base is gonna get banged on by rocks. I think what we do need to do, though, is pick the highest spot. Although, maybe we don't have to make everything connecting. I don't even know how much I'm gonna make. I don't know why I'm getting all, like, grandiose about this. We're just gonna put it, like, right here. We're gonna assume that everything that I could possibly need in a base will fit right here. And then we'll just start putting this tile down. I'm building a base. Are you guys proud of me yet, or what's the deal? I have a base now. This is my base. How does my base look? Okay, so now I want to put this door down. Looks like the door only goes one way. All right, well, let's put it. Does it matter which way the hinge goes? I'm personally kind of worried about that. All right, let's alt options, lock. Ha! Okay, and then let's put our storage chest down. Dude, look at that. Oh my God, I'm so good at video games. This is great. Okay, well, I don't need any of these screwdrivers. I just tried to shift click. Oh, did it work? It totally did work. Not that that was even, can I sort by weight? I don't know what in here is heavy. Okay, so now I'm kind of on the hunt for more NV. Because I need like enough tile to really make this like a habitat. And apparently it looks like it goes up like 4 or 5 tiles. I'm going to have to get enough NV. We're just going to hope that it survives long enough. Does it place a marker on the map where my base is? Or am I going to have to place a marker? Do I have to build something else like a bed? I should drop some of this stuff because it's not going to really do anything for me. Can I lock this? Do I need to lock this? Okay, apparently I don't, so... Let's just put more shit in here. I'm gonna keep some of this stuff. How do I split this stack? Oh my god, I'm free. Although that's all of my oxygen. Let's take half, 10K. And then fill my oxygen meter up. And then let's dump out the... I mean, I guess we can dump out like all the material, right? Dude, look at that. Half of my weight is just oxygen and food. Okay, cool. Now we're free to, dude, I'm zooming. Oh my god, I didn't realize how fucking heavy I was. Sorry. I fucked that up. Yeah, it's kind of weird that it doesn't immediately put a marker where your base is. But you know, I'll get over that. That's fine. Dude, I can, oh, it can't exceed the, you know, I'll just make another storage container if I end up filling it up. Fuck it. Just pick up everything. Sky's the limit. A data pad. Apparently I can't interact with it. Maybe I can and I'm just bad at it. Who knows? Not me. Dude, look, I'm a free man now. This is fucking amazing. Look at my horse. I'm not gonna do that. No. Oh my god. The frame rate. Dude, I could go anywhere with as fast as I'm going. I'm like the Flash. I could go backwards in time. No, I apparently can't go up though. Okay, figured it out. Did it. Dude, look, I got unlocked like hella NV. Let's just immediately convert that shit into building tile. All right, we can probably build 4, 5 right now. I think my hammer is gonna break before I get it done though. That will be a problem. Dude, this is so liberating. Oh my god, why did I carry all that garbage? It's because I needed it, that's why. I'm coming. Yeah, I could mine. I have a pickaxe. I could mine the rest of the material that I need. I'm acting like that as a solution is entirely unreasonable, which I feel like that's actually the best course of action. But when there are just so many crates just about the surface of Mars, you know, why wouldn't? I'd be stupid. I'd be leaving money on the table if I were to just, you know, not use this stuff. That'd be dumb. Oh, dude, this has oxygen. I think I'd previously only really seen oxygen in the fucking shit. You know what I think my problem is? I think I hit space to jump and then space again to jetpack. When what I need to do is just press space and hold. Nope, maybe that didn't work. I'm just kidding. I'm eating my words. What the fuck? Am I not hitting the right take all button? Okay. NV. Okay. Where is it? It feels like it's right in my head. That was not there before. Oh, it just refreshed. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like a lot of this takes it takes a certain degree of the edge off, where over the course of just walking around this base, I've already seen the refresh happen. Oh, actually it's not all over the base. A refresh has occurred, so now I'm just gonna backtrack. And then there's gonna be some more supplies. And we can all feel good about that. Maybe I wasn't close enough to that other person's storage container. Again, not that I'm trying to steal from him. It's just really weird that it's just open, which I might have to leave my base kind of open. Who knows? I don't. Hang on, we gotta, yeah, look at that, homie. He started building a base. Where he at? Yeah, I remember in, what is it, H1Z1, before it had the King of the Kill thing and had like a survival, whatever. There were a bunch of people that were just like, they had, you kind of needed a safe space to log out, so they would make like a sim style, like a 2x1, like a closet basically, so that they could log out and not die and lose their shit. So there's that. There's that to look forward to. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that this, this process isn't worth Nelson's time at all, but I think it's definitely a more straightforward goal would probably be kind of cool. And I'm not even necessarily sure, like, again, I think, what is it? Oh, let's see how many tiles he made his ceiling. That looks like 3. Maybe it's only 3. Huh, okay, well, maybe it's only 3. Yeah, I think, what is the Ark has really, I'm going to say diversified. They've done a lot of different kind of stuff with that game to make it seem more appealing with a variety of different dinosaurs. So I would say that, it kind of feels like they went in a completely different direction overall. Maybe the green crates respawn, but not the orange ones. No, some orange ones have definitely disappeared on me. I kind of want to just spend a lot of time like getting like I'm struggling to find a reason why I shouldn't just cheese the game right now and like walk around this whatever big amount of, oh god, I just had a hiccup, amount of space and just collect all the NV and other stuff here, because this seems way easier than mining. Like I didn't even have to make the pickaxe to start making the base. And I don't necessarily know if that's a problem. To be honest, like the way that I'm doing things, I don't necessarily know if that's a problem overall, but maybe it is if I'm also the one that's saying, hey, take the survival mechanics out. Who knows? Did my base get destroyed? Oh, no, I just can't see it. Yeah, so let's see kind of where this is putting me. Let's see, I can build one more. I only have 5 tiles. Yeah, okay, maybe I'm gonna instantly eat my words and say probably be better to mine, because you probably have a lot more shit. Oh, look at all these little dots. All those little dots are bits of potential NV. I can't wait to see someone that's just like, you used the wrong material and now that was potential good pickaxe material and now you're out of it. I think I need to make a wrench as well. Yeah, let's put this down, and then I think regardless of how built this base is out, I'm gonna go ahead and say that might be it for this first little bit of. I almost said the game wrong. Wait a minute, why can't I? Oh, maybe it has to not be against a wall. How do I pick it up then? We're gonna make an awning. Why can't I put the wall right here? Okay, well, apparently I need to put more space around the fucking thing. Okay, but yeah, that's rock. I'll get it figured out. Don't worry about a thing. We'll keep playing this. We'll figure this out. Don't you worry about a thing. I'll try and, so I think the next time you see this, I'll take the time to walk about the surface and find enough material to really build this out into a small structure. And then we'll figure out what to do from there. Oh. I think I have caused a bunch of problems. Just close it from the outside. There you go. Cool.